Another 300cc naked. Why did Honda make one more? And how different is it from the CB300R? Welcome to Zigwheels, and here's our first ride review video of the newest entry point into Honda's premium big wing line of motorcycles, the new Honda CB300F. Okay, so the motor, that isn't the one that you find on the CB300R. While Honda engineers have shied away from stating its origins, there are a few similarities between this new 293cc mill and the one that you find on its neo-retro sibling. Stroke is virtually the same. Bore has gone up by 1 mm. It has lost its highly sophisticated liquid cooling setup for a more cost-effective air and oil-cooled one. Compression ratio has also been lowered, and as a result, the 293cc engine makes a lot less power but nearly the same amount of torque. But more importantly, all of that torque is made quite a lot lower in the rev range. And that's the game here, usable performance. Honda has tuned this motor in such a manner that it will appeal to the most relaxed riders. One can literally slot the bike into 5th or 6th gear and ride it around town effortlessly. You can simply roll on the throttle and it will go from 40 kmph all the way up to 110 kmph in 6th gear. So Zen mode in traffic or on the highway can be achieved very easily. But does it make you feel energized? Not so much. Well, it doesn't shoot off the line like you would expect of a 300cc motorcycle. At 110-120 kmph, there is no real excitement. And to go faster than that, well, it takes a lot of effort. And there is a bigger hazard when you start picking up the pace. But I'll get to that in a short while. Fans of Honda's refinement levels are bound to be disappointed. One can feel pulses all across the rev range, which become irritating towards the top, around 7000 RPM or more. It isn't harsh by any means, and you can sustain 100 kmph on the highway. But when you are used to a buttery smooth experience from Honda, this will feel peanut buttery. Do you get what I mean? So this motor is obviously new, but this design does seem familiar, right? The sporty silhouette, sharp cuts, and even the same 3 color options offered on the CB300F instinctively made me feel as though it was the same Hornet 2.0. But it does have some distinctive elements, like the vents between the tank and its extensions, or the mesh side panel. However, these days, even commuter motorcycles have become sporty and attractive, so this CB300F will likely face a tough time standing out in the crowd. There's not much to differentiate between the Hornet and the CB300F in size as well. It is very small and compact, and during the time of our shoot, many an onlooker stopped and inquired whether it was a 150cc bike. Now this can be taken in a positive manner as well, because the seat height is fairly accessible at 789 mm. There's not much stretching to get to the bars, and even the pegs are mounted centrally. So all in all, you get a stance which is very comfortable for city riding. And since there is not much to complain about the seating space on offer, one can even think about spending a couple of hours chugging down the highway. On paper, a 153 kg motorcycle should be fairly light and eager to hustle around bends. But that's not quite the case here. You see, the USD fork and chunky wide section MRF revs radial tires feel like overkill for the performance capabilities on offer. There's no fluidity to the cornering motion, as you have to make small but continuous checks to go fast around bends. We cannot comment on the ride quality of the CB300F just as yet, because we were riding on some ultra smooth roads. However, as lackluster as the performance is of the bike, the stopping power is even worse. Now Honda has kitted out this bike with disc brakes at both ends and gives dual channel ABS as standard, but they do not do a good job of instilling confidence when braking hard. Even when you grab a handful of the lever, the bike does not shed speed rapidly, and that becomes a little bit of a hazard. If it's a Honda, you know it isn't going to skimp on tech. The CB300F gets LED lighting all around, which is great. There is a USB-C charging port as well, which keeps you future ready, but its positioning could have been better somewhere on the handlebar or on the tank. Currently, plugging in a cable isn't very convenient and it could lead to getting it tangled. Then there's the traction control. One should commend Honda for offering this aid on a 300cc motorcycle. However, with just 25 PS and 25 Nm on tap, this system barely intervened. Even when the roads were at their slipperiest, the traction offered by the MRF tires was more than enough to handle the performance on offer. And then there is the Bluetooth option, which only works if you have a helmet communication device. There is no symbols on the console to help you navigate to your destination. So without it, there's no real advantage of having the aid. So clearly, the CB300F isn't one for the thrill seekers. As a city bike, it does a decent job, and Honda's good qualities of reliability and frugality are expected to continue here as well on the CB300F. But what remains a tough ask for the buyers are its price tag and the limited reach of the Honda Big Wing dealership network. Honda is aiming to get 100 outlets by the end of the year, so getting your hands on one isn't going to be quite as easy. And then you are expected to fork out Rs 2.26 lakh ex-showroom for the base model, which is very hard to justify considering that you can get quite a few motorcycles for 50,000 rupees less, which will offer you the same riding experience, if not better. So what do you have to say about the Honda CB300F? Do let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like and share this video, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification icon, and until next time, thank you for watching.